Oke guys, match point antara Rrq Hoshi melawan Apbren guys. Langsung aja kita tonton guys. Let's go. Nggak lama-lama lagi guys. Kita butuh menang, 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 menang. Kita naikin dulu ya guys ya. Aduh. Kita memakai Nolan lagi, Nolan Nathan lagi. Aku itu di band, Faramisnya di band juga sama Apbren nih. Ini baru seru ya guys ya. No support healer. Notor juga tadi di band sama Apbren. Xbox. Xbox sama Cici bukan menangnya Cici ya? Atau gimana ya? Tapi nggak tahu juga ya.
The pick of potential for Apbren from the roamer role, but you kind of have a pseudo Kaja with a much faster cooldown on the ultimate. That's the Arlet. You only have to wait 20 to 25 seconds maximum level to have that final slash.
Tuh,
and
kayak gitu kan?
that will give Apbren that leeway. Because the thing with the final slash is it's not a spell that you actually want to use your purify on, because the animation is too quick that even if you pop the purify, you're already displaced by your opponent. So in a way, Apbren have thought of a much better version for Akaja, which, well, that's the reason why they're the world champions. Because they think better than we do. And then they swing this X-Borg as the EX delay. And many teams will argue that X-Borg is strong in the metagame right now just because of the presence of the CC. It actually wins that matchup.
Untuk itu CC ya, buktinya ya.
Yeah, we talked about having a possible plan for the banana split, right? Stopping banana from being able to rotate around, and I think it's a good read from the side of Apbren to be able to do that. Now, execution is another story. I mean, we know banana is one of those players that knows how to find the opportunity that the team is looking for. So that is one of the things we're going to have to kind of pay close attention to for the side of Apbren as the first turtle does spawn in.
Awas Irat, ultinya mana? Itu dia. Awas. Aduh, keangkat lagi. Aduh, keangkat. Matiin tuh udah yuk. Masa ya nggak mati? Armornya ada lagi. Piraga armornya naik lagi.
Everybody's just so good at playing right now. Even the Rrq Hoshi, after losing that, they look really good in that team fight. And they really challenge Apbren to their limits. But in the end, it's only one hero that will be able to snag that last hit on the turtle. It's definitely going to be the Apbren side.
Hey, we're climbing up that ladder. The pressure's only getting higher, and the room is only getting hotter. But who will be able to maintain that heat? Will it be Indonesia? Will it be the Philippines? This is the last team from the Philippines currently seeing Blacklist taken down by Fireflux the other day inside of the quarterfinals. And Apbren still trying to hold that banner high. Rrq Hoshi, though, back on the scene, back to the name change, some new additions, and looking stronger than ever. Both teams currently tied 1-1 on the scoreboard, but Apbren, with that turtle play, has a little bit of a slight advantage and 1,000 gold lead.
Super Marco double laning. This is one of the strengths of the Matrix, just like the Cloud, because of the kids. So you have unlimited, you have 4 weapons to switch from, and you have your teammates to really aid that. Even delaying the top lane for Super Marco to have a much better farm compared to Skylar. Technically speaking, there's also a merit for Skylar to go double lane because he has the ultimate, so he can traverse from top to mid lane very quickly. But Rrq Hoshi are thinking we also need farm on Octa, so we're not gonna sack our mid lane just for our gold lane to have a little bit of extra gold.
Yeah, and speaking of having the advantage, the first kill for the side of Apbren did go to Flap TZ on this X-Borg in the XP lane. You mentioned it being a great answer over there to Banana, and he's off to a really good start. Irad, though, able to get a kill of his own inside of the jungle, putting him slightly possibly ahead up against Kyle TZ. But you are seeing the engagement in the mid-river. Fire Missile going out, pulling Octa back up with the dive in. We'll shut him down, and now Irad
datang, flicker, matiin dong, please.
Trying to expand that distance, last sanity to the back line. Almost
kagak mati.
An inch away, but still getting the kills. Finds Brusco. Will fall to Banana, but
Anjir, Flap TZ double kill, guys.
Oh my God, Flap! What an amazing way to control this export. That's insanity. And
Astagfirullah.
second skill, the fire stakes, still on point. You can see it through the
Mana
replay.
menggila
Another flash is
Xbox-nya
happening.
ternyata.
Look at that. He used the second skill while utilizing the ultimate. And well, everybody does that anyways. But the way that he timed it was so good that he caught members of Rrq Hoshi with this additional slows and unbelievable performance coming from
3.000
Flap
guys.
TZ. In pure rage,
4.000 lah.
export is the way to go.
Mati lu.
Definitely the way to go.
Alhamdulillah,
Here we see
Super
Skylar
Marco-nya.
topside, finding Super
MM
Marco.
mati.
That will be the marksman falling for the side of Apbren. A little bit of a
Tuh
trade back.
blunder fatal tadi
for
guys.
Rrq Hoshi,
Mantap.
trying to even
Yuk.
out the scoreboard, not
Bisa
trying
dapet
to give
atas tuh.
Apbren control of the early phase. We know this is pivotal to both sides if they want to be able to win this. Is the early game. So far, both teams putting out a great fight
angkat
contest.
lagi.
On to the top side, though. Violent Requiem special migration from Katizi catches Brusco. Few will do the last hit and take him down. Down will fall the turret in the top side as well. And it looks like Rrq Hoshi will disengage.
They got a turtle, so that's good. But however, they will lose one of their members. And Flap TZ just casually pops the ultimate. Well, local done ultimate anyways at this point. You're not that scared. And they will try to push up top.
Aduh, Skylar-nya.
Oh
Gonna
my
push up top,
god.
final slash on the Skylar. Kyle TZ able to close the distance, deal the last two,
Gila.
take him down. That's a response back from
Charlotte,
earlier, Super
Romer.
Marco falling, and now they're gonna try and proxy this lane.
Ngeri
They want to be
banget
able to
juga
open up this map
tebelnya.
in their favor, especially losing their tier 1 turret so far. And it looks like they may be able to do that. Brusco not in a position to contest him.
Mati
Space
lagi
migration,
combo.
Violent Requiem, and Super Marco will go ahead and take him down, and the turret will fall as well in
Jalan,
hands for Apbren.
So we can see the full showcase of how Arlen counters these Purify-based heroes. Because of the local then ultimate final slash. And like I said, even when you bump the Purify on final slash, it wouldn't matter because the animation is too quick that you're already displaced. That's exactly what happened to Skylar. Then after the Purify threshold or duration is, because that's a very short duration, like 0.5 seconds, 0.2 seconds, that means that the stun now coming out from Ogwyn as the Arlet is going to be even more difficult to deal with. They want to go for Flap, but can they take the export this time? No.
I mean, Flap definitely going for that MVP. He's looking for it. He's gunning for it. 4-0-0 so
Tekan
far.
lagi kita guys
Half
di
the
game
kills
ketiga mana game
from the side of
penentuan.
Apbren were dealt by him. Super Marco will be able to claim a turret on the
hancur.
bottom side, and Apbren able to turn this game into their favor. Now leading by 5,000 gold.
Really scary and looking really dicey now for Rrq Hoshi. But we always have to talk about the late game because this is still Nathan. Nathan is Nathan. End of the day, if he survives the initial flurry from Apbren, he's gonna be able to turn it around with Purify as well as the ultimate for a little bit of cleanse. And the damage output from the Nathan late game is actually pretty good. However,
Mid-nya.
Apbren, what they did to counter the Purify and the cleanse is to just overload with a lot of crowd control, like a lot of crowd control sources. Mini crowd control sources kind of answers Purify-based heroes because you have low cooldown, reliable knockdowns or stuns or knockups or anything that committing a Purify for one spell, you always have to think about that. Should I commit for the Purify just to get out or should I wait for the big team?
Duh, mati lagi.
Things. Final slash in the mid lane. Few will find
Oke,
Brusco.
mati juga.
Good assist over there from Ogwyn. Super
Gila,
Marco.
gila Flap
Flap TZ will go
TZ-nya.
ahead and take down
Amsap
Octa.
tebel guys.
On fire so far, and Skylar off of the map on the bot side. We'll go ahead and claim a turret for the
Xbox-nya
side of Rrq
501
Hoshi to try and
anjay ini.
catch up in this economy.
Oh my god, what is Flap on? He's just activated in this game. Really good calculations on this hero. He knows the limits of this hero. Now he has immortality. Remember, in those aggressive moves that he did 9 minutes before, he didn't have the immortality then, and he was already a problem. What more will you ask for from a Flap TZ? He's gonna be destroying Rrq Hoshi. He's gonna be zoning them
sulit
out,
ya
and
guys
the
ya.
positioning was just so perfect. The way that he
Tapi tetap harus
maneuvers
yakin
with
guys.
the footwork on this export allows him to dodge some of the spells, but also like reach to the backlines like maximum from his fire missiles. He's really on point with this export now.
Yeah, and Apbren is definitely leaning on his rotation.
Aduh,
opportunities
ngapain
creating
ini
the
Rrq?
opportunity,
Mati
though,
tuh.
triple taunt.
Super Marco-nya,
In the mid lane,
alhamdulillah.
Apbren, Irab will find Super from Marco.
Aduh,
Okay,
Skylar
one
juga
from
mati
AP
di
Brent. Flat Teasy will
belakang
find
sama
Skylar to respond.
Flat
1-for-1 trade. Both marksmen's off the table. Can they get another though? Who will lead this advantage in this engagement?
Mati tuh.
Banana will find Ogwin. Two members down
Anjir,
from the side of
kayak
AP
TC-nya
Brent.
kagak mati.
It looks like they will have to disengage
Astaga.
into the mid lane. Rrq Hoshi though, they don't have their marksman. They do have the retribution. But I don't know if they can really contest this Lord just yet. They may want to kind of wait it out a little bit before taking this fight. But they are off to a really good start. And this is still, I would say,
Apa tuh?
considered a stalemate between
Deket-deket
both
banget
sides.
itu bahaya
It's
juga
still
ya, ada
anybody's
Unifer
game.
itu.
But some great
Mungkin karena tadi
execution for both
semuanya ada
teams.
Purify kali.
Great execution from Rrq this time with the
Dikit lagi
concealed
mortalnya
fatal
mati.
play. Really surprising AP
Pecah.
Brent really off guard. And don't run Wolf King with the ultimate connecting onto 3 members or 2 members of AP Brent, quickly followed by Iran with the
Masih ya
taunt.
hidup juga
That's
Immortal.
really great combos coming up from Rrq Hoshi.
Yeah, and if you weren't a fan of Indonesia or the Philippines, you definitely should be now. As look at both of these teams fighting their hearts out, trying to claim a spot inside of the grand
reset.
finals. AP Brent currently holding that title as the world champions, the
Reset.
best in the world. Winning M5 Rrq Hoshi, rising to the occasion with some new additions to the team, ready to take the fight and earn that title. Down to the wire,
Wah,
best of
Fat Dizzy
3,
ngajak
game number
lagi.
3. One team will be sent home today as we are now crossing that 11-minute mark, and both teams getting ready to fight it out at this Lord.
Great minion wave control from Rrq Hoshi. There's a slow push in the bottom lane.
Skylar cuma buat ngeliat.
So they actually have the advantage now in this Lord.
Wah, hati-hati.
Yeah, and there goes the advantage they're looking for. Ogwin rushes in. We'll be able to get out with mobility provided over there from this
Gila.
Orlot.
Kita ini
TZ
doang.
get to the front line, being a
Banana
little
di
bit
belakang.
nuisance. Dealing a lot of damage on the chase on a Brusco.
God
Commits to
light.
it. Will shut him down with the last
Xbox-nya bisa
insanity.
God
Now
light,
he
guys.
does not have the Praga armor. With
Anjay.
the Lord though, 25% HP. Got TZ.
Aduh,
Uses spatial migration to
nggak
close
dapet.
the distance. Gets the retribution. Super Marco takes down Irad.
Aduh.
And the Lord goes to AP Brent.
Oh man, never ever sleep on an X-Mark. Like Brusco overstayed in front of the X-Mark, and at this point with Flap being 7-0-2, of course he's gonna deal the damage, and they really got cooked by this X-Mark. Brute Force breastplate as well as Borax, and then Radiant Armor. Now he has got staying power up against Skylar as well as Octa. This Flap TZ X-Mark is immortal, I gotta say, at this point.
Xbox nih
12 minutes
guys
in,
tuh.
9.2k. Compared to the
Di Immortal ada Radiant Armor untuk
that's how massive the
Lilia
advantage here is for Flap. And he was definitely the reason why AP Brent recovered in that Lord Dance, because Brusco literally got cooked by
Awas
his
kena
fellow
loncat.
Filipino Flap TZ.
Purify
Big
ada.
boost from that for the side of AP Brent. Now able to claim the tier 2 turret in the mid lane. Looks like they're going in for a little bit more though on the top side. Now leading
Jadi sakit perut guys
by
ini guys.
a lot of turrets and also ahead, like you mentioned, by gold. Now Rrq Hoshi forced to be a little bit more defensive now. Can definitely say AP Brent is in control of the tempo of this game, but the later this goes, the more of a stalemate it will be, and that's what Rrq Hoshi is going to kind of bank on, right? They're waiting for AP Brent to make a slight mistake, maybe somebody to overextend, to be able to turn this around, and they're definitely a team that can rise up to the occasion. Now, so far with this lead in favor for AP Brent, they're going to have to kind of be patient, wait it out for this next objective. I mean, they do have some great mobility on the side, and Flap TZ to be a little bit of that frontline presence they're looking for, and Rrq Hoshi having a really hard time finding an answer to him. I mean, the man has not died yet. He's 7-0-2. Even when the full team commits on him, not only does he sustain himself, but he finds a way to get a kill alongside it.
Yeah, somebody has to burst down Flap TZ actually. Like if he wants to go for those plays where he actually utilizes first kill in front of Rrq Hoshi, there has to be some sort of punish. Maybe Skylar commits actually at the ultimate just to take out of Flap TZ and just put AP Brent in an awkward spot. But then again, Skylar is kind of scared that there could be initiation coming up from Ogwin as well as Kyle, so that's also a problem that he has to take care of. But the main problem now, definitely for Rrq Hoshi, is Flap. It's a canon event again for AP Brent.
Yeah, and you're looking at them getting ready, starting to go ahead and take control of these lanes, prepping for this next Lord to spawn in, and Rrq Hoshi looks like they may actually try and go in for the contest. I mean, they are down in terms of economy, but the later this game goes, everybody's going to be getting closer and closer to that late build. You see the Divine Glaive picked up from Skylar. Speaking about late game items, we'll have that magic pin. Now, at the 15-minute mark, Luminous Lord spawns in, and Apbren will pull the aggro. Do we see Rrq Hoshi respond? It looks like they will.
Satu cara harus
They are
dapetin
going to go
lock,
in
guys.
for the contest.
Buat balikin lagi.
There it is. The
Mati tuh.
lap, they forced the
Mati
ultimate.
mortalnya. Flicker
Yeah, he is
yuk.
very low. Needs to get out of there. We talked about somebody
Irat.
burst him down. When the Truncheon picked up by Super Marco, getting ready to take this fight into the
Aduh, dia
Lord
dapat
pit.
lagi
Nobody has
armornya.
fallen yet. Lord at about 50% HP. Kyle Teasy.
Ada
Go ahead
lagi.
and pull it away. A little bit of a reset for some regen on the Lord. Trying to delay and
Nambah
do his
lagi
Lord dance.
armornya.
So smart move from the side of Apbren. They know they want to bait out some of the utility from the side of Rrq Hoshi. Wait for an ultimate to proc that they can profit on to be able to engage.
Watch out for Apbren's rotation with Super Marco as well as Ogwin. 1-5 position. They're your position 1 and your position 5 going for the conceal play. Might go for that snipe. You gotta be careful if you're Skylar.
Yeah, definitely got to be careful. Apbren still in position to take this. Very patient, and I got to give credit to both sides on how they are waiting for the other side to make a mistake. But these are very high IQ plays. They're just waiting. This is the Lord dance we've been talking about that has been in the Land of Dawn for ages, especially on this level of competition. The Philippines and Indonesia, two of the most competitive regions in MLBB history.
Aduh,
Now
banananya
fighting it out,
bonyok, guys.
raising those banners high.
Untung aja.
Flatizio
Awas.
is
Kenapa?
gonna use that Rrq
Aduh,
rushing in.
Patricknya
Does
sama
take
itu
some serious
kombonya
hits.
jalan.
They come out. You're gonna see few find a kill though. It's just that Irat, that is huge.
Aduh,
It's now
dapat
Rrq Hoshi
iratnya.
does not have the retribution.
Oh my god, my god.
When we talked about the position 1 and position 5 for Apbren, the 1-5 punch from the long bush of Apbren, it paid off. They waited for 2 minutes.
Mati
But
tuh
because of
Kaltisinya.
their patience, they took
Mati
out the rest
Kaltisinya.
of that combo.
Ayo.
And now, massive advantage for Apbren, but
Astagfirullah.
Kyle is
Matiin.
low.
Ih.
He has the retribution.
Aduh,
He
nggak
wants to-
bisa kita.
For Marco takes him down. Two members
Mati nih.
for Rrq Hoshi still looking at a 5-man stack.
Astagfirullah.
Out from the Philippines, Apbren still in control of this neutral objective, and it looks like they are going in for the take. Agua will take down Octa. Super Marco finds Brusco.
Aduh,
Skylar.
Skylarnya
Irad
mati.
wondering where did we go wrong. Now need to get out of there. But Apbren on the chase for the kill.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Takes down Skylar, and another will fall as Super Marco with the mega kill will go ahead and shut down Irad. A full wipeout against Rrq Hoshi.
Fight up, guys.
They can go straight for the juggler this time. They have Matrix, one of the fastest hitters out there, and there's only Banana that can defend
nggak
this.
bisa sih, guys.
Banana going in and chasing Kaltizi, trying to go for the hero
Bisa,
play.
guys. Nice try, nice try, nice
Unfortunately,
try.
wasn't successful, and now he's taken out. That
Nice
should
try,
mean
guys, ya.
Apbren will take
Aduh.
this series for sure.
Yeah, able to claim this game and keep the Philippines inside of Game of Futures 2024 as they move on as the first seat
Nice try
in the
deh.
grand finals.
What a lord that.
Oke lah guys, aduh. Nice try untuk tim kita guys, tim Rrq Hoshi dari Indonesia. Jadi harapan kita nanti satu-satunya semoga Onyx lolos ke grand final ya guys ya. Melawan Flux Esports semoga menang, dan kita semoga bisa rematchin lagi di M5 ketemu Apbren ya guys. Untuk Rrq tetap semangat, jangan lupa ya guys. Sampai jumpa, like, comment, share, dan subscribe. Dadah, sampai jumpa.